coming from a very rainy, windy Wales. This is the first day of our Pembrokeshire coast road trip, and I just thought I would bring you along with me so that you can get some inspiration and tips on places to see when you come on your road trip. Hopefully you'll have better weather than what we're having today. Up a lovely banana bread, picked up a nice iced caramel latte because we're going on holiday to the beach. I've never seen one of these before with the lid like that without a straw. There's so much to see and do in Pembrokeshire, and I hope this video gives you a great starting point. So we're now in Quay, which is the gateway to Pembrokeshire, or the Pembrokeshire coast. We're here to head to a place called the Lime Crab, which is supposed to be one of the best fish and chip shops in Wales. Look at this! It's absolutely amazing. We've got some mackerel, breaded mackerel, some goujons, some breaded prawns, scampi. It looks absolutely amazing. So I'll do a quick taste test. Wait a sec. Right, got my chip. And these, I already had one on the walk up, but they're absolutely amazing. They taste super fresh. The batter is like kind of spicy because obviously it's salt and pepper, so it's kind of spicy. 100% recommend. Road trip in a place called Munt, I want to call it. It's MWNT, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's about 30 minutes from Quay, where we just were, and it offers amazing views across the whole of the coast. There's a viewpoint at the very top which offers views across Cardigan Bay and Cardigan, and the car park is about £4. I think it's free for National Trust members, and I'm very, very excited to see the views at the very top. It looks like quite a long walk, but I'm sure it's worth it. Walking up this hill, it is super windy, but the views are definitely worth it. We then went for a sunset walk around the beautiful town of Newport. We found a basket of apples that some locals had left out, and then headed to the beach in search of dinner. Breakfast at the Castle Inn was gorgeous. Strong tea, buttery eggs on toast with salmon, and then a traditional Welsh breakfast. Perfect. And then we were back in the car for more exploring. So the next thing to see when you come to this part of Pembrokeshire is Strumble Head Lighthouse. It's about 30 minutes from Fishguard and absolutely beautiful. So the next place for you to see on your road trip through the Pembrokeshire coast is a little village called Porthgain. This was once a busy fishing port, but it now offers a very popular fish and chip shop and a great place to join the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path. If you take the path up, you'll walk to a section of coast which was voted the top 10 UK walks by The Guardian. Not far from Porthgain, you'll find the beautiful Lagoon at Aberedi. It's the dark grey slate that gives the water its deep blue colour, and people enjoy sitting on the sides or jumping off the edge into the sea. Right, so we just popped into the Blue Lagoon, picked up some snacks. I got a takeaway coffee and a packet of Maltesers, and now we're heading back up the coast into a place called Tenby, which is where we're spending the night tonight. Harbour town in southwest Wales, known for its beautiful stretches of sandy beaches, its 13th century castle walls, and obviously its castle as well, which overlooks the town. And that's where we're heading next. This is St Catherine's Fort, which you'd be able to see and climb up to at low tide. The remains of Tenby's 12th century castle are also worth seeing. So another place that's worth seeing when you come to Tenby is this place, St Julian's Church. Now looking somewhere to grab coffee. Thank you so much. So, we've got our coffees. I went for a dirty chai latte. We've got our Welsh cakes and now we're off. This is Manorbier Castle. It was built in the 12th century. It was a Norman castle, and it is supposedly the pleasantest spot in Wales, according to Gerard of Wales. Out on the Freshwater West, you'll find the famous Café Mall. It's an ethical seafood shack specialising in seaweed and lava bread recipes. It's an old fishing boat which has now been converted into a solar-powered kitchen, and it serves everything from bacon bats to the famous lobster rolls. Another place to add to your Pembrokeshire bucket list. This is the crab sandwich, and it's served with lava bread, which is a traditional Welsh delicacy. It's sort of made out of seaweed, and they've used seaweed butter in this as well, and it looks absolutely amazing. So this is another place you've got to come to if you're in this part of Wales. We saw that everybody was ordering the seaweed brownie, so we decided to order one. Look how gooey it is. They're homemade, she let us know. She said they're homemade, and they're made with nuts, obviously chocolate and lava bread. So I'm gonna try some. Oh, super gooey, look. Oh, it's a good brownie. And then we headed out to St Govan's Chapel. Legend has it that if you count the steps down and then back up again, it's never the same. The legend goes that Mr Govan was being chased by Irish pirates when he discovered this cave. When he found it, he thought it was an act of God saving him. So he spent the rest of his days worshipping in this very chapel. It's well worth seeing. final stops on our little road trip is a place called Lagoon Castle. Anyone who's a fan of Welsh literature, Dylan Thomas, this was his favourite castle. He said it was the most romantic castle in the whole of Wales, and he wrote a poem about it. I think it was called A Day in October or something along those lines, and it was dedicated to this castle and his birthday walk. He wrote it on his 30th birthday. So this is Dylan Thomas's boathouse. The house is set on a cliff, and it's where Dylan Thomas wrote many of his major works. It's full of memorabilia, and the views from here are incredible. Alright then, so that is the end of my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some inspiration for what you can get up to when you come to this part of Wales. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it and you fancy seeing more of these videos, please subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye! It's the gooeyest, most delicious brownie ever. Can't taste the seaweed though. Maybe that's a good thing. So, last night we ate in that absolutely delicious seafood restaurant, which I can 100% recommend if you're ever in Tenby. It's Tenby. Is that good?
I think you went out of focus. Say it again.
And this was years and years and years ago. Oh, spider up there, so I won't be going up there. The next thing to see when you come to Northumberland is Strumblehead Lighthouse.
We're not in Northumberland.